Welcome, Wappum crew, guys, gals, ghouls, friends, fiends, foes, whoever may be listening beyond the omniverse tonight. Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a rocky mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 from Califa, Colorado. It is Saturday, June 22nd, Sunday, June 23rd, for those of you across the pond and beyond. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. And thank you so much for joining us tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. If you're listening live right now, you may be listening to us on Spreaker.com under We Are Paradox Media. You can also find us on eTalk Radio, which you can find at eTalk.tv/radio, as well as KPNL Radio, which you can find at kpnl.db.com. If you like to watch as well as listen, you can check us out on Facebook. Not only are we under We Are Paradox Media tonight, but we're under my personal account. If you know me and you're friends with me, you can go there as well. And then YouTube under We Are Paradox Media, if you don't mind. If you're not subscribed yet, just mosey on over there, subscribe, like any video that you've watched or listened to, and give us some feedback, whether good or bad, on what we can fix or adjust, or even perhaps some guests that you'd like to have us have on. If you want to listen in your free time, whether you're working it or working out, just tune in wherever you listen to your podcast, and you should be able to find us. So tonight I have a treat for all my guys and gals out there. Tonight we will be talking to and getting to know Mr. Psychic Chris Garcia. And Chris Garcia is a psychic medium, empath, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, who also has the ability to see auras and has experience with remote viewing. He has had these God-given gifts since the young age of 5. Chris loves helping people and sensitive children with their gifts as well. He is a tarot card reader and a ghost hunting and paranormal enthusiast. He is also a shaman healer and very into his native heritage, his native roots. Welcome, Chris, and thanks so much for joining us tonight. How's the weather down there? Man, I heard you guys have been melting. I didn't say anything. So you said you find it strange to be on. Heck yeah. Um, yeah. Can you hear me? I don't know if you saw what Hyde Peterson in the chat room asked. Those are awesome. But she's asking, is Michael Jackson still alive? I don't know. There's just something about Coca-Cola, like on a hot day. Really cold Coca-Cola just hits the spot like nothing else. And I don't know. It's not even like it was back in the day. Back in the day, it used to have actual Coke in it. Did you know that all the potatoes or whatnot that are McDonald's fries actually come from Bill Gates' Monsanto thing? All the fries except for over in Europe. They have their own potato factories over there, but the ones over here are Monsanto, but still, I don't know. I think they're the best fries too. They're so good. So what are your new cards called? Okay. Uh-huh.
And it's been sealed forever. If anybody gets close to you, it's like you kind of like loosen the key a little bit, and then you just detach. So that opens doors and opportunities and everything along that comes along with it. But I would say just be careful what doors you unlocked and what doors. I'm pretty sure you doors that you from the past you lock it, keep it locked. Anything that is new, just get a feeling before you open that door. Because whatever's on the other side, it's destined to be, even if you don't want it to be. And then we have the hourglass, and it says, okay, so we have time is of essence. Hourglass means time is limited. So there must be something going on that your hourglass is kind of, time is being very short. So make your choices and choose them wisely because your time is ticking, in other words. Which, when I'm thinking of time, oh my god, must be spirit TikTok talking to me. You know how they say when they say TikTok? I never thought about it, at first. But when you say TikTok, oh yeah, it's a good app. Tick tock. Tick tock. And what is it? Time. Time is ticking as we live our life. Time is just tick every moment, every minute, it counts. Don't waste it. So what I'm being told is enjoy your life. If you can make peace with people, make peace with them. Because you never know that this might be our last day on earth whenever that comes, with the way that the war is out there, which a lot of people don't even know about the war, which I'm not going to discuss that anymore because we can get down to that. But there's a lot of stuff that's being exposed. So just be very careful and enjoy your time with the love of your life. Because you never know when it's your last time to tell them you love them. I learned that the hard way, so it's just a part of life. Life goes on. Time ticks.
Yeah. When you were saying that with the hourglass and everything, that's what it made me think of, was like time is precious and nobody's promised tomorrow or even an hour from now. So you got to take advantage of all that time and let people know how you feel. Don't say that for when you're at the funeral. Tell it to them now. Sometimes it's really hard because we all have like different levels of blockage or walls up, but it's really important to share those feelings so you don't regret it later.
Yeah, like it's almost like, well, I can't say because I could probably have people watch me because I can't see the feed. So, but just put it this way. I know people are gonna be like, "What is he up to?" Well, without saying so many words, I've been single for a long time. That's my personal life. Anyways, my life has changed a lot, tremendously. And like you said, time is of essence. Time is very, very precious to me. Um, like they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I have a lot of those, fortunately. Um, but just enjoy life as you can live it. And time is of essence. And if you're, whether you're single or if you're not, just look for love because love is precious and love is unconditional. Because unconditional is up there, but love can be unconditional down here. So you just gotta find the right person. And when you know that you're wrong, you tell them you're sorry, you admit your mistakes. Don't ever go to sleep upset. That's what my mom always used to say. So just remember, don't go to sleep upset because you don't know what tomorrow has. If you might wake up tomorrow, you might not. So enjoy your loved ones, because time is very short for all of us. And it seems very shorter with everything going around the world. It seems like it's just tick, 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 and you're just like, is my number being called? You don't know. You really don't know.
Well, yeah, what you were saying,
I
like,
know if I say this, It's gonna be all in the open. Like for example, I gotta ask you, Tessa. That's just a question. You've known me for how long already?
Oh my gosh. I would say over 5
How long have you
years.
known me? Not once have you ever seen me get married, right?
Nope.
Well. Only God knows that. I have a feeling I think I already know, but I'm not gonna say any more than that. I'm just gonna keep that quiet. I'm gonna keep that one quiet because I got eyes on me probably. Yeah, and it was funny too because didn't know because I mean, of course, it's me and you know, doing the show. Um, but like outside of that, just be aware, guys. Do watch TikTok, get the app, and then we'll just drop the subject. Now, if anybody does want to call for a reading, I don't know if you can still call at 970-335-9596. You can try it. Maybe Tessa can relate the message because Skype has just completely changed a lot, so much that sometimes I don't even think, you know, to me, not TikTok, Skype is just, I don't know if it's even worth it anymore, you know, when it comes to certain things. Everything's so upgraded. The computers get upgraded, the windows get upgraded, our phones get upgraded. It's just, we're behind with technology. So, I don't know. But if anybody wants to talk or if you want to be on StreamYard, go ahead. You can look at the link if Tessa's already put it on there. Um, and as far as that goes, Tess, did the reading make sense to you?
Yeah.
Did the reading make it did? Yeah. Oh, and then someone had asked if, because I didn't know if, we don't have to, but she wants to come on. She didn't want to, she didn't want to, what is the word I'm looking for? She didn't want to intervene.
Oh
And
no.
I don't think you have a problem with Brittany. If you do, then she, you know,
Yeah, like
so
when you
she wants
come
to
on the
come
show,
on whenever
this is
she
this
wants.
goes for
She's
like
fine.
any guest that comes on. When you come on the show, this is your show, not my show. So anybody you want to bring, anything you want to talk about, like it's you. So don't feel like you have to ask or whatnot. Like,
No,
yeah,
no, I did
bring
that,
on anybody you want to.
but I always ask, even though because that's the way I was raised. I always
Yeah.
ask before I say anything. It's just the way I was raised. It's just out of respect. So, Bernie, if you want to come on, she says you can whenever you want to. If you don't, then you can just watch the show and just have your eyes everywhere like I do. Have my eyes everywhere. Nah, but outside of that, the way that the year's going by, um, I don't know. I think there's gonna be a lot more phenomenon. I can tell that there's gonna be more aliens, more. I feel like there's gonna be more sightings of Bigfoot because everything's just out in the open. And I think whatever we didn't believe in will be exposed for what it is. So I feel that when it comes to fairies, um, Bigfoot, the Mothman, they're all exposed. They're exposed for people that don't believe in them. I can honestly tell you from what I feel, the way my gifts have changed, we're not alone. There's just no way we're alone in this world. There's just no way. Um, I don't know about you, Tens, but I don't feel like we're alone in this world. There's just no freaking way. I don't feel it. Um, the second thing I noticed that the dreams have been really, really freaking strange.
Mhm.
Some of them don't even make sense. It's just I don't know. That got me puzzled because there's times where I'll dream like I every so often, but I don't dream like I used to, and I think it's because maybe there's other gifts that are stronger than My premonitions, I get them every so often. I feel like I get them when I need to. It's not more if it's just command. It's just whenever they want to pop up. And I do feel that somewhat. I feel like a part of me blocked some of my gifts with the premonition. I feel like the grieving. I probably won't be normal until next year, maybe, or maybe at the end of the year. Hopefully, it comes. Because my gifts are still strong where they are, but I see a difference in myself, and honestly, it hurts me. But I just don't show it because I'm thinking, am I losing my touch? And I keep hearing from spirits, you're not losing. It's just that your grieving has impacted your body inside. So it's taking time for it to accept everything. Okay. Um, yeah. So, but like I said, but the way I look at it is, it's hard. And I think that when people, as being a child, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and we had her in a chat, and it's crazy because I think that when we're kids, we don't acknowledge our parents. We just come out to eat, to talk to them, and then go to our room. And I've seen other friends do it like what I did. I have a friend that she would just go and say, "Oh, okay, is food ready?" Or they would come and help if you need anything, and then they would go back in the room. And all that, those years that you just stay in your room, you miss all that time. You don't think about it because it's being a teenager, you know. And I think I've accepted that I've done my share of growing up, and I feel like I shouldn't be so hard on myself because I've asked other people when did they that their parents they said yes, but a lot of them have the same pattern. People just they hibernate. Is what I would call it. Um, I think I did a lot of that, and a lot of that I regret because now she's not here. But that's something that it's part of life. It's part of being a teenager going into an adult. I don't know if your kids do that test, but you don't have to say anything. But I think a lot of us do that when we're in our teenage years, even in our 20s. A lot of us just want to be on the phone, playing games, and I think as you as kids start, they're little, 12, 10, they like being around their parents. But as they get older, we detach from our parents. And I guess that's just a cycle that we don't intend to do that to you parents, but we do because it's just that teenage where you just want to be on the phone talking to your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your friends, and you forget about the rest of the world. And it doesn't hit you until you're 20, 30, you start realizing and say, oh my God, look at my life go by so fast. And as the life goes by, your parents are getting older and aging. And you think they're going to be there forever. Well, I got news flash for you. They're not there forever. And that's for maybe I'm meant to say this to people that are teenagers that are watching the show. Spend time with your parents, acknowledge them, appreciate them, because 1 minute they're there and 1 minute they're gone. And you think that it's that they live forever? No, they don't live forever, and neither do we. So just be appreciative of life and enjoy life the best you can. And then, like Tessa said, time is the essence. Life is too short. If you can make peace with people, do it while you're here. Don't do it at the funeral because their body's there and you can't really talk to them. They can hear you, but you can't see their response. So if you want to see expressions, to me, I think the expressions is more than anything. Just tell them that you love them because once they're gone, it's just It's different. And I guess I'm feeling that because I feel like I need to tell people that are in that little state of mind where they just want to be in the room and don't acknowledge the family, but they shouldn't do that. But it's just, I think it's just a cycle that we tend to do, and we don't realize it until it's to where like 20, 30, and we're just like, damn, why didn't we just talk to dad? Why didn't we talk to our mom more? I guess that's part of teenage life. And I think just about everyone on this whole planet does that. And we don't realize what we're doing. We don't realize it until it's gone. And then when we have kids, what we did to our parents, our kids do to us. And it's not karma, it's just cycle, a repeating cycle that's the patterns never change. So, yeah. And I don't know if that makes any sense to you, Tess, with why feeling that maybe it's a message that maybe somebody needs to hear. Maybe it's somewhere around the world that somebody's watching to the show. You really never know. Spend time with your family. Cherish them.
Yeah, life is definitely like
I don't know if you want to add anything to
a learning process, you know. We go through loss a lot, and so many times it's like, man, I was supposed to go see this person this day, but something happened, so it didn't happen. And then, you know, you don't get to see them again. Or, like I said, the things you should say that you didn't say, or, you know, bring them flowers today, not at their funeral. There's so many different things you can do. And as far as like having parents, you know, part of growing is being an individual. So I understand the whole staying in your room thing and stuff. But yeah, I've told my kids, and my youngest kids hate it. I'm like, you know, I'm not going to be here forever. So you guys got to learn how to get along because you guys are going to have each other. Like when me and your dad are gone, they're like, don't say that. I'm like, well, it's true. Like none of us are getting out of here alive. So you guys got to learn to love each other and get along and see how you can help each other out.
Yeah, because when that day comes, you know, it's gonna change their life forever. They think that you're like unstoppable, but you're not. You know, when it's your time, and there's nothing you can do. And it's sad though, but I've learned a lot of different things about life, and it's changed me from a different perspective, spiritually and physically and emotionally. It's just done a lot of good and hurt too, but it's taught me that even with our gifts, you know, we help people cross over, we help people with messages. But when it comes to our own blood and our own family, it's hard because we can't read our loved ones because we're too close. Sometimes we need an outsider to tell us that, hey, you need to acknowledge them. They're there. But are we stubborn? Yes. But sometimes enjoy them while you can. And then even the parents that say, well, I don't want this kid, they just bother me. Go play outside. If they're little kids, let them enjoy you. Because once you don't have the energy to do them, you just want to be left alone too. Just like the kids want to be in their room. Parents want to be that way too. But the way I look at it, it's tough. And hopefully that reading test it didn't make sense. Whatever you're going through, I mean, you don't have to say anything. I'm pretty sure that underneath that smile that you have, it's pain. We all have pain. I have pain. Brittany has pain. Sir Robin has pain. Christopher has pain. It's just Sandra's got pain. Whoever's watching the show, we all got pain. It's just a different type of pain that we deal with. And it's something that it's everyday life.
I think,
We all
you
got
know,
pain. It's just some of us have different ways of cope.
yeah, a lot of people resent that, but it's like without the pain and, you know, the negative things that happen in your life, how are you supposed to know what's good and what truly makes you happy? It's a learning process. And I don't know, I've said this throughout my life once I finally learned the lesson. And I think I was like 20, 22 or 23, but everything happens for a reason, no matter how good or bad it is. You know, I lost my mom when I was 5 to a drunk driver. I was also molested. Like, my dad abandoned us, like, not because he wanted to, but because he had to, because he knew he couldn't take care of us. There's so many different things that happen. And it happens for a reason. It's like a learning process, and the things you go through make you who you are, you know? So people ask, like, if you could, would you go back and change anything? And really, I wouldn't.
Yeah. And even if you did, it might not play out in this life. Everything that you did in the past, did you repeat the same thing? No. Every lifetime we had different problems. We had different fears. Like when I was back in Salem, I know my life in that life was different from this life. My life when I was in New Orleans is different from this life. It's never the same. It might be the same spirit and same soul, but we experience things differently. And some of us do remember some of our past lives, and some of us want to remember our past life aggression, but some of us just block it out of fear, you know, because the way I look at it is that we're born alone, we die alone. Sad to say, but it's true. Very sad.
It
And
might
life
seem
is
like we're alone, but I think truly we're not
but I
alone
think a
because
life
we have loved ones not only in the physical realm, but the spiritual realm that are there when you're born. And we also have generally the same when you leave. Like sometimes people do die alone, but also, like I said, in the spiritual realm, a lot of times, and I've heard this from several people that I know that have passed, like they see and talk to a certain person and they're like, hey, so and so's going to take me out tonight and they got a gig with so and so. Well, this person is not only passed, but the person they're having the gig with also passed. So, and then that person passes. Like, it's so interesting and intriguing to me how that happens. And if you've never really had family that you know, I think they could still come through. And then once they do, like, you've never met them, but you know who they are. And then there's also angels, you know, for those who really, really feel alone. You know, there are entities and different things like that that do take you, but you may feel alone, but you're never really alone.
yeah. Sometimes you might feel it, but I think it just varies. I think it's just you just never know. You really never know. And I'm looking now. I can see the comments, but um, what do you think of what? I don't know what you're saying, Heidi.
The monoliths?
I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay, so
I've never heard of
is
that
it the
phrase. I don't
monoliths
know what that
one?
is.
So if it's about the monoliths, it's so in the middle of the desert and then several other places around the world. It's like kind of like this fire or whatnot, like is in Washington D.C. You know, it's a oblong thing that just pops up out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden it disappears. Like, who the heck's going to be out there to put that out there, and why the heck did it show up? And it's funny because they all look the same. So people are wondering, like, is this an art form or is this something else? Because, like we were saying, or you were saying, the Palestinian not only are spirits and entities and other things being seen more often by more people that never believed in it before, but aliens are appearing and showing themselves. Craft are all over the place. Like, it's pretty interesting. So it makes you wonder, like, is this a sign from above or is it an art form? And a lot of people have wondered that.
Yeah, well, you know what I do, and now that Tessa's explaining it, Heidi, I do feel that there is other species and other entities, beings. I really don't feel that we're alone on this earth. But some people encounter them. Some don't. Um, for whatever reason. I think some people are meant to see aliens. Some people encounter Bigfoot, but not that close because maybe they're just afraid it's gonna traumatize them, or he might scare them by the way he looks, and then when they remember that imprint on their face, it impacts a person. It really does. So that's why I think some species and some aliens don't get close because they know. I feel like they know telepathically that they can impact us because they will traumatize us. They will. Um, and as far as like the dogman, I've been hearing a lot of that lately. The dogman's another. I think it's a thing that people don't understand. How does a dog and a man come together? How? But I do feel that with them, I feel like they exist, and I think that they're out there for a reason. They're there to hunt, but I think their purpose, we will never understand what their purpose is. Maybe their purpose as a dogman has their purpose. Bigfoot has his purpose. Aliens have their purpose. The Wendigo has his purpose. Angels have their purpose. The demon has his purpose. Everybody has a purpose, even if you might not want to hear it, but that's a straight fact. That everything has its purpose. We might not understand it because we're humans. We can't comprehend it, but it's just everything's got a purpose. We just don't understand it. And aliens, because they look all the same, and the government tears them down like afraid of something, but it's always in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that is true, Heidi. For some reason they do hide in the middle of nowhere. Um, but let me tell you something, Heidi. And I don't know if you know this, but they've been among us for many, many years. Some of them, I can give you a location where some spaceships are coming from. Some of them are in Florida, under the ocean. The other place, I believe it's the Pacific or the Atlantic Ocean. There's been sightings underwater. Um, I want to say New Orleans or somewhere in that area. I believe that there's some a spaceship out there too. It's just that since it's near the shore, they won't be near the shore. They're more like to be in the deep water. Um, and when you think of spaceships, you're thinking, how do they have the capability of being underwater? Wouldn't the water sink in? Wouldn't it come in through the cracks? No. Their spaceships are really, really fine made to where they can be 20 feet underwater, 10 feet underwater, and there will be no water leaking in. Now, a plane that we have or any aircraft will be right underwater and it goes right in it because their spaceships are made different than ours. Theirs is probably made out of steel or something that we're probably not even aware of. Um, but yeah, and that's another thing. Portals too. I do believe that some even spaceships are in the sky, and I do believe that a lot of them blend in the clouds. Um, that hasn't been confirmed, but I feel that some of them are in the clouds, and they blend in with the shape of the cloud. So there could be a cloud coming to you, and it looks weird looking. You're like, is that a spaceship? You just really never know. Um, but I do feel that a lot of the stuff it's weird that we're talking about aliens and Bigfoot and all that, but it's just something that I feel like we need to talk about because I feel that everything has its purpose. Might not understand it, but everything's got a purpose. Every single thing. Just like even animals have their purpose. The goats have their purpose. The cows have their purpose, even though we don't understand it because we just feed them. But they have a purpose. You just got to see the bigger picture. So just be aware that everything's got a living spirit in it, even to the trees. Because if you really think about it, people don't talk about this very much. But did you know that the trees is where we get our oxygen?
Mm-hmm.
What would happen if everything was chopped up? Would we be able to breathe? That's something to think about. Would we be able to breathe? And I could tell you what I would think. I think we would suffocate. I think we would literally suffocate. I don't know why I get that feeling, but that's what I feel. I don't know about what you guys feel, but without the trees, we wouldn't be able to breathe. It's like we would be in space because in space we have to wear our gear because there's no gravity. So if your gravity don't have if you don't have no things in your like the things that the spaceship people have, think about it. What would happen if you're in space and you take off that gear? What would happen? Would you die in space? More likely you probably would because there's no oxygen up there. It's the same thing down here. It's just a different oxygen. What is the best way to talk to spirits around us? Um, that's a good question too. I think for people that are open, they can talk through devices, through the spirit boxes, which I have a spirit box up here. Um, you can use other things that I wouldn't use, like the Ouija board, but you got to know what you're doing. I think some of them can communicate through spell work. That's what I feel. Um, and then I do believe that some of them can come through even through tarot. Not this is an oracle deck, but I feel that there's different ways of talking to spirits. Now, if you don't use any tools and you're a medium, you can talk to them like that. But but that is a very good question because everybody's different.
I have
So, like, if
an
somebody has a
ideal on
talk
that
with their
as
grandma,
well. Like for me, you know, you can talk to them out loud just because that's how we're used to talking to people. But a lot of times, it's kind of like prayer, like when you pray within yourself or whatnot, like in your head, like you can talk to your loved ones through your thoughts, like telepathically. You know, I've communicated with my dad like that quite a bit. And it's funny because when he talks back, it still sounds like my voice, but the inflection and different things that he says, I know it's him, and also the feeling that I get. And also, they can communicate by a different sense, or I don't know, just different things that remind you of them, or different things that might, show up on TV, or even when I was taking his ashes to Arkansas on a bus, there was like hardly anybody on the bus, and this one lady was with her daughter, and she said, "Is you is or is you ain't my baby?" And my dad used to say that. And then there's so many different things like that, like out of nowhere, were being said. So no matter what, they're going to find a way. Like I said, you could use tools or different equipment, things like that, or just listen, with an open heart or mind, and they'll come through in a way. And like I said, if you hear your own voice and those thoughts coming through, a lot of times it can be your loved one. Like, I don't know, it's weird because you think, I would think, like, if that's my dad talking to me, it should sound like my dad, but I know it was him, even though it sounded like me in my head. That's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny that you mentioned that too, because there's times where I'll hear voices and you're like, is that your subconscious doing that, or is that your loved one? There's times where I've questioned myself, even being a medium. I'm like, when I'm not reading nobody and I'm hearing voices like, Chris, stop it, or Chris, behave, or Chris, we love you, things like that. And I'm thinking, is that my head talking to myself, or is that a loved one talking? But you gotta listen to the voices. You remember your loved one's voices. Um,
Like
I
I
do
said,
feel
their
that some of them
inflections are
are their loved
different.
one. I can't say that they yeah. So it just depends on how you remember what they sound like. Now, are spirits safe? That's a good one too. I like that question. Are all spirits safe? I think all the ones that are positive could be safe. As far as the The ones that are in between, I would say be more cautious. And just like we have boundaries, they have boundaries. And I feel if you invade them or if you terrify them, they will be very territorial. It depends on what spirit would might do to another. It might just throw you across the room and pick you up and just throw you like a feather. Because there are some of them that can be very, very aggressive. Because either you provoke them, you intimidate them, or you are a threat to them, and they know it, but you don't. So are all spirits safe? I would have to say no. Not all of them are safe, but that's just my opinion. Now,
I
Tessa, what are
agree.
your opinion about
I
that?
agree
With
on that.
are all spirits safe?
There are safe spirits and there are unsafe spirits, especially when you're gifted. And we've had this experience in this house. We've lived here for about 20 years. And when we first moved in, there was a guy, spirit here named John, super cool guy. And then there was another thing, like, it's like a doppelganger, but it's taken different forms, even forms that we don't know. But it always wears a white dress. Me and the kids were talking about this last night. It's taken the form of me. It's taken the form of my mother that's been dead since I was 5. Um, Taken the form of a little girl with blonde hair.
Oh, wow.
Different things like that. That one, like, it's never done anything bad, but it's freaked the kids out. One time I was trying to get through the door and I didn't have a handle on it. So it was reaching its fingers in like that, which is pretty damn creepy. It was doing dishes as me one time. I'm like, if it's gonna do dishes, like, you can come on back. Sister, let's go. But no, also having that light or whatever, it's like a beacon and spirits can see it. And you might not even know you're gifted, and they can see that light, and they're just looking for someone to communicate with, someone to help them, because I think on the other side, you could feel really, really lost, depending on what your spiritual attributes and your spiritual knowledge is. But yeah, I've had bad ones here too, like one that used to pace back and forth in front of my door and punch the hallway walls, and one that tried to drown my dog in the toilet, like all kinds of weird, crazy stuff like that. Eventually, luckily, that thing went away. But yeah, there's bad spirits and there's good spirits. If you're a bad person and you pass away, you're still going to be a bad person. Same as if you're a good person and you pass away, you're still going to be a good person.
Exactly. Yeah.
Kira said, send that to my home, please. Also, Chris, I just wanted to let you know, Kira was asking if you could do a reading for her.
Who? Who are you talking about?
Kira Elise from YouTube.
Any person?
Yeah, she's saying she was wanting a reading. She's kind of anxious, but she's curious. I believe. Oh yeah, she doesn't want to go live.
I can connect with her because I have to remember her. Okay, so what is her first name? I'll connect with her first name. Say her first name, Tess.
Kira.
What was her name?
Kira. Kira.
This is Kira. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll connect with that.
I think it's Ellis or Elise. Elliss.
Okay, that one I didn't like that one. Okay, let me just do that again. I had a card that it was a example card of what the card called. Sorry, card was to see. Okay, so you have the Earth sign. That is beautiful, by the way. You have the Earth sign, so it says ultimately logo, reason, and common sense. So what you're asking for is like logical, reasonable, and common sense. I think whatever you're wanting to know, I would say use your judgment. And whatever you're doing, I would be more connected to the earth. I don't know why I just get that Wiccan energy pagan. And I do keep seeing geometry which is a lot has to do with archangels. I know there's a symbol with what's his name, Megatron. There's one that has different symbols for different archangels. That's something that I would consider working with the earth. It's the first one. The second one is the air card. Look at that. These are beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful card. Look at the color. I even like the color. It's got seer and union of mind and spirit. So with that card is you have to connect with the earth and the air. And what is around the earth? There's a bunch of air. So I do feel that you have the seer within you. And I feel that you have to connect with the mind and spirit. You have to connect with both. You have to have the inner divine. You got to be able to connect with spirit. And spirit is not going to lie to you. You might think spirit might lie to you, but I feel like you might feel like kind of like, am I getting the right message?
Yes.
I don't know if you would, but just keep an open mind with that, okay? So with knowing that, and look at the pattern with these cards, it's just so weird. See how it's got the look like a triangle, and if you look at this one, they almost look identical. And you know what I keep seeing? I don't know why. I'm seeing a pyramid in my head with these cards. I mean, with the cards also, but I feel like they connect to, mind, body, and spirit. That's what I keep seeing. And for some reason, I keep seeing Egypt with you. I don't know why. That's just the feeling I get there. So there might be something with Egypt, with pyramids, and I don't know. It's just something that I'm getting off of you. So I don't know if that makes any sense. Then you have this. Oh, this is an interesting card. It's got the stars. Ooh, look at this one.
Beautiful.
These are beautiful.
I love it.
Wow. Look at that.
That's gorgeous.
So
I like that one a lot.
Got a long journey brings rewards. So when you do all the stuff you're doing, you're gonna get rewarded. The universe will reward you. So if you give offerings to whatever you work with, leave offerings by the trees. Because did you know that your ancestors will pick it up and take it? And then even sometimes people don't know this, but say if you leave an offering of I'm not saying you should do this, but I'm just giving you an example. You leave an offering of a cooked steak. You think it's just gonna sit there? No. Something else is gonna eat it. So whatever is gonna eat it, that could be your ancestor coming in a shape shifting form and taking the offering that you gave them, and that's the offering saying thank you. You, I'm asking for your help, so now you're feeding me, and it goes with feeding energy. Everything is feeding, so keep that in mind. Always leave an offering. Now, if you don't have food, this is just a suggestion. When you do spell work, and this is something I should be doing too. If you don't have food and you're afraid that someone maybe is going to think it's witchcraft or whatever, leave coins by a tree and they'll take that too. And you'll be surprised that that coin, if you go and check, it might not even be there.
Right. And there's also a different thing going along with that. Like you said, there was a lady that put out an offering. So it was like fruit and bread and different things like that. And the little girl just watched it day after day. And she's like, Grandma, like, why are they not taking this offering? And she's like, well, let me take you out and I'll show you. And they went out and she would take different pieces off of it. I think it only took like one or two and gave it to her. And she's like, do you taste anything? And she said no. But I think it was instead of like physically eating it, it ate the essence of it. It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you as far as like what you said.
That,
oh, go ahead. Finish, please.
Go ahead. You can go ahead.
No, as far as you were saying, like,
what were we going to say?
trust your gut. Even though you feel like you might be misguiding yourself or whatnot because you want the best for yourself, so you're lying to yourself, trust your gut. What your gut tells you, follow that. Also, like you said, connect to the earth. So, like she said, she likes the ocean and different things like that. Walk around with no shoes on. I know that can be dangerous in some places because there's those pinworms and stuff, but in your front yard or wherever you can be, like, walk around with no shoes on, connect to earth like that because we're always wearing shoes. And that keeps us from connecting the way that we generally should. But yeah, and then like the offering thing, that's a good idea, not only for spirits, but faith, whatever you're dealing with, you've got an offering. And when you present it with your heart, like this is an offering for you, for the best good or whatnot, like whatever is in your head.
Represent it with love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say represent it with love. I would just say that it's just with pure
love and light.
Unconditional love. And no matter what type of person you are, I would say just do it with. Okay, that's weird. Why am I echoing? Okay, I was wondering. I was like, why the hell am I echoing?
That's because someone just came through the portal. Hi, Brittany.
No, but like I said,
Hi.
But like I would say, just leave an offering and just connect with spirit. Sometimes just even leaving, whatever. I think everything's priceless, so I don't know. Oh, and and for you, Heidi, I know you're still watching. You're asking a very good questions now, Heidi. If you would like to be on camera, you can might just come on. I don't think she'll mind because I asked Tessa and she says it's my show, but it's actually hers. But since I'm a guest, she doesn't care. But
it's yours, buddy.
If you want to come on and just say hi, more the merrier. And by the way, I know how you are, but I know that. Look at Brittany. She was very shy, and she came on here. And this is her second time, by the way. So, well, yeah, I know you've been on here on 3 shows, but on Texas it's twice. But in total, together, yes, you've been on 3 shows. But Heidi, if you want to come on, let me know, and I'll send you the StreamYard now. For the StreamYard, I don't feel like it should impact you. If you got an iPhone or Android, I think you have to copy and paste, which I don't know how to do that part. I don't know how that works, but I think with my Android, I can come on now with the thing on the iPhone. I think you can still do the same, but you just got to do a little bit more, like copy and just follow the instructions. Now, you can ask. I don't know if you want to ask Brittany how she did it. How did you do it? I mean, can you tell her like what she would need to do if she wants to come on? For Heidi?
Oh, I can share my link again too.
It was hard on my phone to get it on, but my computer I was able to.
Okay, so you see, you heard it from her. She would be able to computer now. On the phone, it's a little bit more different. But see, that's how she just did that now. But if you can't tag that, I'll send it to you directly. Hold on, I'll do that now. So maybe you
so
can
while you're doing that,
Heidi
had another question. She was asking, how can a person connect better with the universe? And for me, it's like being open-minded, open everything. Like you just have to open yourself up, trust and believe in your path that good things are meant to come to you. And the really, really big major thing as far as the universe goes is you have to take the next step, the first step. Like you can't just sit in your chair or lay in bed or whatever and expect the universe to provide to you. You have to take that first step in order for the universe to kind of fling you out there and bring so many different things to you. It's pretty amazing. And then Black Queen also has a thing after that. Sorry, Black Queen, she had a question first, but Black Queen also has a question.
I know she did, but so if you have a question, Black Queen, can you type it? Or because I know you said you wanted guidance. Now, if you didn't know pull cards, Just say pull cards, and I'll just see what the cards have to say. But if not, I'll just connect with you without them anyway. But I do feel that without even tapping into the cards, I would say just trust yourself. I feel like you have insecurities about stuff and how you want to go about it. And I feel that you would be judged. For some reason, I don't know why judgment is coming up. So that's probably where you're wanting to open up, being a witch or Wiccan or whatever path you choose, no matter if it's a psychic, medium, whatever path you choose. Just be aware that you will be judged. But it doesn't matter what others say.
No.
Whatever you like, whoever you are, you don't change for anyone. You do what makes you happy. Like
and when you're saying that about judgment, I feel like it's not coming from anybody else. I feel like it's coming from herself towards herself. And we're our worst critics. So be nice to yourself.
Yeah.
For once.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I know, and I think with me, I expose me as being a witch. I am not gonna sit there and lie about it. I really don't say it, but yes, I do candles for protection. Basic stuff for money, whatever. But that's one thing about when it comes to Wiccans and pagans and witches. We are once our worst critic because we're like, am I doing it right? Should I do the spell? Are people gonna judge me? Are people gonna think I'm weird? Are people gonna talk to me? Am I gonna lose friends? Which, yeah, some of them you will lose friends because not everybody will accept your path. So just remember
and
that
if you
too.
do, they're not your real friends.
And if they really care about you, will stick around. Exactly. If your friends are really your friends, they will stick around. Mm-hmm. But like I said, just take it from
Well, can you go ahead and draw a few cards for her?
That's one of our worst critics. It's very,
to give her like more
very
depth.
hard, and just even wearing the. And that's one thing I'm going to tell you too. One of the worst things that most witches start that are opening up. I'll give you an example. Hold on. The pentagram is one that people are very aware and afraid to show. So if people are very judgmental, that's going to be your first thing that you're going to be like, oh, I don't want people thinking I'm weird. They're going to think I'm a devil worshiper. That's one thing that usually comes up when you're a witch. But you got to remember that the pentagram is the elements. And if you're going to wear a ring, I'm going to tell you what I told somebody. I'm not going to say who I said this to. Once you put that pentagram and you order it, remember one thing. Hi, Heidi. Remember one thing. When you put that ring on your finger, it's done. You open that door, you put it on your finger, you're saying, yes, I'm a witch. Yes, I accept it. There's no turning back. You do not deny being a witch who are. Be proud of who you are. Don't give a shit what people fucking gotta say. Just be who you are. You see the ring? You don't see me being shy putting the pentagram in front of the screen? Because I don't care. I'm proud to be a witch, a psychic. I don't care.
And I get what you're saying as far as like judgment and stuff.
Go ahead, bring me in.
Like I dealt with that when I was a kid, like telling people about my paranormal experiences and stuff, and they're just like, don't talk to her, she's a weirdo. So then I put myself in a closet and I didn't come out till 2012, and I'm so glad I did, because could you imagine? We wouldn't even be doing this right now had I not, but yeah, wave that flag, girl.
Yeah, exactly.
But could you draw a couple cards for her, or three, whatever you do?
Okay, I'll do them right now. But like I said, just don't be. Just do it. Do what you're gonna do. And
yeah,
by the way, these are new cards. These are creepiest.
Yeah, don't let the peanut gallery dictate what the heck's going on. Heidi, I'm so glad you showed up. Hello.
I'll just stay for the one question after he's done with his reading.
I don't mind. The more the merrier.
So you have the spirit card. Oh, that of all cards comes out. You have the unseen forces. Look how beautiful that card is. Oh my god, I love these cards.
I love that.
Pictures.
Mhm.
It says unseen forces watch over you. So whatever path you take, just remember you have spirit watching over you. And it goes back to what I said. If you feel like you're not protected, spirit is not going to lie to you. Yeah, just know that spirit is not going to sit there and lie to you. So whatever path you take, accept it, embrace it, don't deny it. Because if you deny it, it will torment you and it will traumatize you. Accept it. Embrace the gift. I have. And then I have had people that have gotten after me within the past few days, which I'm actually say I won't say who said this. I'm keeping that discreet because whatever I talk about with my friends is strictly whatever. But I will say this: don't give a crap what anyone says. If people you have haters, hell with them. It's one way to say it, and the other one I'm not going to say it, but that's one way. You just accept it and don't worry about what others says. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Whatever you
And
think
don't
of
let them
me
take your
is
joy,
none of my
as
damn
my mom would
business.
say. So for Miss Heidi, what's the question do you have?
Oh, you were just about to say what your mom was going to say. And I interrupted. I'm sorry.
So go ahead, Heidi.
Okay.
Go ahead, Heidi.
Does everyone have a spirit guide? And if so, can you have more than one?
Honestly, I would say yes, you do. You can have more than one, but you got to be able to connect to them. And it goes back to someone else said this too. I didn't. You know what this person said? They're like, well, I know I have spirit guides, but how do I connect? Gotta believe you have protection. You don't need to know their name. They'll talk to you. Listen. Open your ears. Open your eyes and just pay attention and say, do I have a spirit guides? What's the first thing you're going to hear? And sometimes if you don't get an answer, what I used to do, and it works for me, just take a deep breath and close your eyes. Do you have more than one spirit guide? Yes. How many do you have? 3. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, that's what
Really?
I'm just
Yeah.
saying too.
Is
Holy
a
shit,
spirit
that's
guide
weird.
always related to you? Is a spirit guide always related to you, or can they be unrelated?
I feel that they could be more related, but sometimes not all of them are going to come across your path. Some of them, I wouldn't say 2 of them are going to be related, people that passed, and one would probably be like a shaman or someone that is
Also, what I'm thinking
assigned
too
to
is
you
it might not
and
be
was
related
born
to you
with
from
you,
this
born
lifetime, but it
with
could be from your previous lifetime.
you
But
just
you
never know.
both felt
But
3, huh?
yes, I did.
Ugh. And that's what I have heard. I have felt for
There you
years
go.
there's 3.
It was so weird because I
That's
closed
when
my
you need to
eyes
tell
and
me
I was
that.
just
How long have
seeing
I known you?
three rings,
I
3
haven't
glowing
known you that.
rings.
I haven't known you. I haven't known you that long too. Okay, so now this is one question that someone's probably gonna ask me. Probably gonna be too shy to ask, but I'm gonna ask for this person. Does she have any spirit guides? And if she does, how many? That person, you know who you are. You got 5. Okay.
Wow.
Are any of them relatives? Yes. You got 1 female. Okay. The others? Hold on. Okay, you got another female. That's 2.
Are you talking about Brittany?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then she's got 3 males that she doesn't even not even aware about. But see, they're afraid to talk to her because she might be afraid. It's like you don't want to invite them because what if you're connecting with the wrong thing? Just remember when you talk to spirit guides, you're never going to connect with the wrong thing. Close your eyes, put yourself in a sacred space in case if you're scared, and just breathe in and out. And whatever you hear in your head, you might think it's you, but 9 out of 10 it's not you. And the reason why I know is because I'm still talking with you guys with my eyes. And the way I work is that sometimes I'll just close my eyes and just take a deep breath. And without you knowing anything, with my eyes closed, Heidi, is that I connected to you and I got 3. So how was I supposed to know that? There's just no way I could have known that. But it's because I believe in my guides. I know what they're telling me. They're not going to sugarcoat anything. They're going to tell me what I need to know, and they're going to tell me the straight up truth. And what you just said confirms that you said you have heard there's been 3. So you just confirmed me. So that's how you start talking to them. Talk to them like a friend and say, "What's your name?" And then sometimes if they don't have a name, you can name them because whatever you give them, it's whatever your choice is. Now, some of them do have names, and you have to go by their name. But there's a few that might just say, "You know what? Get the name. Whatever name is fine with me. It might not be the name that I want it to be, but it's whatever you want it to be." But that's my belief system. Everybody's different. Now, I don't know what Tessa's got to think. Tessa, do you believe that every spirit has a name, or do you have the privilege to name them? My belief
Maybe it's
is
the name that
yours,
should not be
that's just what I think.
spoken. I don't know, as far as like spirit guides go, I've heard people talk about it, but I'm just like, I don't know. Oh, sorry.
I can't hear you.
I muted myself. You know, I'm my own worst enemy. But no, as far as spirit guides go, like I've heard people talk about it, but I'm just like, I don't know if I have any or what mine are. I know like voices and spirit people or whatever were following me, calling my name when I was like 13, but so far as I know, it's my mom and my dad. But supposedly we're all born with spirit guides, so I'm not sure as that goes. But like I was saying, like it could be the spirit that shall not be named, or maybe it's an angel, maybe it's something else. Like I think some of them have names, and maybe some of them don't. Maybe they prefer not to. Maybe it's an individual decision. I'm not quite sure.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing, Heidi, that you probably never asked, but I'm gonna tell you something. You know how you were asking about spirit guides, right?
Yep.
Did you know that you have spirit totems too?
Totems?
Those are animals that are assigned to you. Yeah. And depending on what you're going through your path, they change. But you have 3 major animals that are your spirit guides, and they talk to you as messengers. But they have a different role, spiritual. But you might want to look them up and just look at spiritual animals, because I call them spiritual totems, or they're called spiritual animals. They are assigned to you.
Do you
for
feel
their
what
purpose,
I mean?
right? Honestly, even though I've been around you for a while, but you know what I think you're spiritual animals, and it's funny. You can laugh at this. You want to know what I feel? I don't know too much about you because we've talked, and of course, how we met. For some reason, I don't know why I keep getting water with you, but you know what stands out when I get water? I keep seeing a turtle, and you have a turtle.
The frog.
Yes. Yeah. One of that.
My thought was wolf. My thought was
Wolf?
wolf.
Well, that's one of mine, I think.
And
So
Tessa?
I don't know if that's right,
but it doesn't. But see, that's what it's good like that. You're opening up for it, because that's what you feel when you connect to her. She doesn't need to tell you. She's learning as everybody else does. Both of you are learning, and you gotta listen to yourselves, because.
Well, it's crazy that you say that. Let me make sure I'm not muted again. Okay, so like you said, like spirit guides,
because sometimes I've
never noticed one, but as far as spirit animals go, it's been the butterfly, and I don't know if that counts as an animal, but I've had the butterfly, frog.
Yes, it does.
And then the third one,
Yes, it does.
I'm not sure. But those two I know for sure. Like, my dad has showed up to me like that. Like, I've seen butterflies in certain parts of my life. And I really need to talk to someone or receive a message or whatnot, and then I get it. And then birds, too, come out of nowhere and just, like, freaking side-eye me. Bombastic side-eye. I'm like, seriously? What the hell do you want? But yeah, that's pretty cool that you said that, because I was thinking about a human or spirit sort of entity being your spirit guide, but for it to be an animal, now I know I do have some. And I do relate to animals more. Like, I can communicate with animals all the time, so that to me is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
Okay, so
my spiritual animals is an owl, an eagle, and a cat, because I love cats. I've always been in tune with cats. Black cats is one of them, but I think all cats, I tune to all of them because they're very psychic. So I in tune with one of my familiars, and I believe that in my heart that cats is one of my totems too, because I'm always around a lot of cats. So that's just something that I keep feeling all the time. So where did she go? I guess she hung up. I guess because we were all.
Mine's always been like the Bengal tiger as far as my favorite animal, but
she's okay.
Is your favorite animal your totem animal? I don't know. But the white Bengal tiger, since I was a kid, was my favorite. Then after that, it was butterflies, then a frog. I like frogs. But Sir Robin is in the sidelines over here, but Sir Robin, we only have like 9 minutes. So, like, being that this is the Psychic Chris Garcia show, instead of doing 2 breaks, I figured we'd do 1. Because there's so many people that want to get in here, and Spooky Robin said I broke it. Oh wait, but no, like, I want us to do less breaks because I hate doing that. It makes me feel bad, and my bladder's just not right now. So, there was somebody else that had a question. Okay, Tonda Solo, so TONDA. Solo, SOLO. New to this, but I'm a bit drained from this so-called relationship I was in and trying to understand. So, Tonda is trying to understand this relationship, and it's hard sometimes to do that. Hopefully we can help you out, because that stuff can be so draining. Try not to cuss. I almost said the she word. Shiitake mushrooms.
Okay, so the water. So what I'm gonna get the first card is the water. So it says, oh, look at that card. That's a beautiful one too. It says that its emotions are at its peak. So whatever emotions you're having, you must be like a person that's very emotional and you're taking things hard. So I just feel like your emotions are getting the best of you. You need to listen. And whatever, you're wanting to know, it's good to cleanse the body, spirit, and soul when you cry. You're actually cleansing yourself. Mm-hmm. So most people that are crying for a reason, because maybe they hurt somebody or they, whatever. But I think when you do hurt someone or whatever, it's always good to say you're sorry. But at the same time, when you're doing that, you're actually cleansing your spirit. So just remember that. So then the second card, you have fire. This one is recklessness actions lead to conflict. So whatever actions you take are going to lead to party arguments. So just be careful what you say and who you talk to. Oh, excuse me, sorry. But that's like what I'm being told. So I can't pronounce your name with the second card. I mean with Tony or whatever your name is. With that T, but I just read those cards.
TONDA.
So hopefully that makes sense.
SOLO.
I can't pronounce her name.
I'm just sorry.
I just couldn't say because I don't like saying people's names and I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, I feel like you're saying, like, it's a fiery relationship. Like, they really have that. You know how or people people have that initial fiery experience, like you can't keep your hands off each other, blah, 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 but then the fiery experience turns into a fiery experience as far as anger and distrust and different things like that. We've all been hurt. We all have different things that have happened in our lives, and we can't project that onto people that just now come into our lives, which is very difficult.
Oh God, that sounds so much like me right now.
Seriously,
Oh,
it's so hard.
Whatever problem. Yeah, it is, and I relate to that because whatever has happened to you in the past, if it's a relationship or a friendship, that pain stays with you. And sometimes, it's just being a friend or just someone or a relationship, you deal with like grieving is like someone is dying, but it's not like you're mourning their friendship or you're mourning the relationship, depending on how strong. If it wasn't that strong, then you should be able to let it go. But if it's hurtful, it's going to be like you're grieving someone. Once you accept it and kind of like accept it, sometimes you carry that feeling into the next person you meet, and then you accuse them. Can't believe I said that. You accuse them of shit.
Yeah.
And it's not so much your fault. It's more of the person that hurts you. So you take all that pain and you put it into your new friendship, your new relationship. But sometimes you don't mean to do that. It's just it's hard to let go. Which what you said, Tess. It's very hard.
I've noticed, like, in my life,
I know what you're talking about.
I found the best guy in the world, but I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so many different times that I can look back at it. I'm like, I tried to actually sabotage my own happiness because due to experience, I believe subconsciously I didn't deserve happiness. And that's how we fuck ourselves over. Like, it's not fair. Nobody deserves it. And like I said, we're our own worst enemies. We did it to ourselves. So, I'm trying not to cry right now, but seriously, like, tear down that wall, let it go. This person did not do this to you. That was somebody else. Let it go. It's so hard because you have your walls up, you have your barriers up. You don't want to be hurt again because you're so fragile.
That is true. That is so freaking true. But I don't know if you want to take a break, but that one hit home right now, so yeah.
We got T-minus 3 minutes and counting. But we can go right now if you want to. Okay, so Sir Robin, please don't go anywhere. We got you in the sidelines. But we are going to go to our very first music break. So on this break, we have Miss McKeown Hay. She is from Ontario, Canada. She's going to be singing Devil You Know, Collapse, Nothing But Blood, Close, and then we have Mr. Fred Johnson the Toyd, which is the third, from Canyon County, California, with Sugar. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
Your troubled heart bleeds like a river. It's rushing towards fields painted greener. It doesn't see the demons behind, praying you're getting close to the line, so they can get their hands on love and trade it off for silver. Before near. The warmth of a home in a chandelier, shining down its light on love, wishing you'd be closer. The curtain's nice, but what it hides is worse than sticks and stones. Before you climb the fence tonight, look through the microscope. Better the devil you know. 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 Before you climb the fence tonight, look through the microscope. Better the devil you know. 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 Where'd you go? You're running away. I know that it ain't easy. I see you're losing your mind. You're pushing away. Yeah, it's a mistake. Yeah, it's a making me check my phone to see if you called. I know I'll get nothing at all. I carry the weight of both you and me. I'm starting to break. I wish you could see what you're doing to me. What you do. Yeah, we're going too fast, 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 fast. Get your foot off the gas, 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 gas. Yeah, we're gonna crash. How is this gonna last when we always collapse? Yeah, we're going too fast, 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 fast. Get your foot off the gas, 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 gas. Yeah, we're gonna crash. How is this gonna last when we always collapse? Slap, 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 slap. When we always collapse. When we always collapse. Throw me off of my game again. Never thought I would bend. You're making me soft. We're starting to slip. You don't give a shit. It's starting to hurt. I can't keep my grip. Yeah. Oh, I can see the end begin. I can see. Yeah, we're going too fast, 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 fast. Get your foot off the gas, 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 gas. Yeah, we're gonna crash. How is this gonna last when we always collapse? Stop, 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 stop. Yeah, we're going too fast, 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 fast. Get your foot off the gas, 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 gas. Yeah, we're gonna crash. How is this gonna last when we always collapse? Slap, 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 slap. When we always collapse. Oh, I can see the end begin. There's too much sky, too blue, too white. The birds on the wire are singing, but I don't know why. Why aren't the roses hanging their heads? They're standing straight up, blooming instead. Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. Why does that guy have a smile on his face? Why is the sun even shining today? Why are the headlines talking about love? Don't they all know what happened to us? Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. The moon goes up, the sun goes down, the stars light up, the world goes round. Every day, life moves on, it don't stop for anyone. The moon goes up, the sun goes down, the stars light up, the world goes round. Every day, life moves on, it don't stop for anyone. Now that we're apart, there's nothing. Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. Blood in my heart. Blood in my heart. Saw you for the first time in a while, in a while. You seemed so surprised I worked out a smile, out a smile, out a smile. 'Cause I've grown and I've changed, yeah, we went separate ways. How come we're both back here? 'Cause you pushed me away, let my life rearrange, but still we're both back here. Close to me, I want you close to me. I can see that you wanted me. Fall Where did our love go wrong? My sugar. Why did I make you cry? Whispers flow through my mind when I think about you. That warm feeling in me. My heart sings a sad song and just melts away. Please look into my eyes, my sugar. There's life in out there. Until the sun doesn't shine anymore, I'll be there. When time is a memory, I'll know this love. You will always be the one, my sugar. The feeling is so strong. Waiting here on this cold, lonely night without you. Where did our love go wrong, my sugar? Signs I leave behind for you to find, hoping that you'll notice. Lights and purple skies were like satellites moving into focus, into focus, into focus, into focus. Silent, drifting all alone, killing time and counting stars, waiting for the moment we collide. I feel you pull me closer, you got me burning up, you got a hold on me. I feel you pull me closer, you got me burning up, your mind, my gravity.
Oh, good.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us tonight on WeAreParadoxMedia's Late Night Rockies. Sorry we have a little bit of overflow there, but mom's gotta do what mom's gotta do. So we have Mr. Psychic Chris Garcia, Miss Brittany Karlstrom, and dang old Spooky Robin. Welcome back, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it.
Fine, it's just that now I can barely hear you, but trying to see if I can find the volume. So you might have to speak up a little bit louder. Like my
Can you look
headphones.
at the sound system too? Make sure you have everything turned up. Input volume is up.
So what is it that you need to ask? I can hear you. You might have to speak up a
There
little.
it is. All right, go ahead, Graves, or Rob.
Yeah. Lately I've been doing stuff from the past. Lately.
Okay.
And like I've been listening to metal from some music that I used to listen to, and and I used to play a lot of video games, and now I'm starting to do that again. And I would like to know the reason why that is.
That's because you're probably connecting to the music. But I think what also, besides connecting, I think you're going through a depression. That's what I got. Depending if it's like type of music, depending if it's like more depressing songs. Because if you listen to certain singers, they do have certain songs that they're trying to tell about their life. Because every singer has a story. What you need to do is start listening to the lyrics and see if you can relate to the artist that you're listening to.
Okay.
So that's very important. Most people might not think that's important, but every artist has a story.
Yeah. And what you're saying about
No, as far
that
as like
totally makes
depending on
sense
what kind
because the
of
other
rock.
day they're talking about heavy metal and different bands like that are more pumped and upbeat. Can be very negative because of what they're saying. I'm like, what? Those always make me want to work harder and do different things. And those are negative, but it's been proven. So I don't know. Maybe I'm listening to the wrong stuff.
But I think it's just depending on your mood too. Because I think with depending on certain artists, some people listen to them when they're mad. Some people listen to them when they're excited, depressed. So when you listen to the music, start realizing your mood. And if you're like down, then that's the reason why you're listening to it.
Okay.
Now, if you're very excited, you're probably anxious about something. You just don't figure out what it is.
All right.
Maybe the artists are trying to tell you something through the music. Then you
All
might
right.
relate to them.
Okay.
Well, and that's what I was thinking about too, Chris. Like, if you're in a mellow mood, you might listen to certain people. If you're angry or need to work out or something like that, System of the Down, Metallica, whatever, something that's like pumping. I want to cool down.
Yeah, but
There's
I think that's
binaural beats.
what I think is that, that if you're listening, I think with like that too, what you're saying, I listen to more, like the 80s, like Journey. Of course, I listen to Michael Jackson. He's always my number one.
Yeah.
But I listen to like Prince, the Bee Gees. You know, I'm old school, you know. And a lot of that, with me telling you this, I do, you know, listen to certain songs when, you know, I'm thinking about stuff or I'm happy. Like Hungry Eyes is from Dirty Dancing.
Oh my gosh.
So
From Dirty
it's like
Dancing?
so that's one of my, that's one of my
Chris.
favorites.
That's a good one.
And then there's other ones that says, I feel like feel like somebody's watching me, and that's sometimes I'm feeling the vibe of what I'm feeling. So I'm listening to a song and it relates to what I'm feeling at the time. So if I feel like somebody's watching me, I'm gonna listen to that. So I comprehend what the artists are saying. You should like listen to the lyrics and put the lyrics on the screen.
I only have one thing that I know of that you should not listen to that I really, really liked when it came out.
Okay.
The one band that I used to love, like the energy, everything. And shit, I'm trying to remember where they came from. I don't know if it was Russia or Germany or Poland or where the fuck. Volbeat? Have you ever heard of it? Well, come to find out, their lyrics are freaking demonic. It's like devil worshipping stuff. And I'm like, are you serious? Yeah, if you listen really closely to the lyrics, Volbeat is bad. even though Volbeat is pretty intense. But yeah, Volbeat, do not listen to that. And there's some other bands like that too, but definitely be careful.
Sorry, I just had to mute something real quick, so I just had to. But like I said, just pay attention, and then see what it relates, because you might be going through some kind of, I guess, chaos, but only you know what you're going through.
Yeah.
But I think if you're going through that kind of stuff, your mind is just wondering if to me, it feels like you're lost. That's what I get. But I
Okay.
feel if you listen to more upbeat music, if you listen to more freestyle, which I do when I'm very high energy, I listen to the faster beat. And the beat is always something to the soul. So if you listen to freestyle, you listen to Michael Jackson, it's all upbeat. If you're more listening to more love music, it's because you're needing love in your life, you feel lonely.
Yeah.
You just gotta really think about why you're listening to the music at the time when you're listening to it. Most people don't really. I feel like you're feeling a certain way, and people don't pay attention to that. But if you start looking at it in my perspective, you're like, I like this song, but why are you really listening to it? So connect and listen to the artist and listen to the lyrics. And then if that doesn't work, the most important thing, listen to your heart.
Okay.
And that's going to tell you why you're doing it.
All right.
And whatever you, okay?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Have a good night, you two. Or
You too.
the three of you.
Good night, Sir Robin. But yeah, I have to agree with
Good
what
night.
you're saying, Chris. Like, it depends on how you're feeling. You have a certain mood. People want to listen to this. Could be Fleetwood Mac. Could be Eric Clapton. Could be Kiss. Could be Poison. Could be Guns N' Roses. I don't know. It goes all the way up through the generations, depending on how old you are and how young you are. But music is important. And when I was in the military, that was a big thing for me. What would you take if you went to a desert island and you were lost forever? When I was in the military, everything was taken from you. And sometimes we get to see the news. Sometimes we get to talk to our family on the phone. The one thing that really rang true to me was, I'm a broken Marine. I'm on the bus. I'm on the way to the medical facility. And the bus driver is so smart. He turns on the radio, but he turns it on so low that everybody's going to be so quiet that they can hear it. And that's my thing. Music, it's healing, it's empowering, it's everything. If I had to take one thing to a desert island, it would be music. Otherwise, I could find what I need to eat, but I need music more than anything besides family.
Yeah. Yeah, and then sometimes when you listen to this type of stuff, there's days I just have my days where I listen to my music. And when I'm telling him, it does make sense. Every music artist has story. And sometimes if you're a big fan of theirs, you're gonna understand them. They might not tell you, but the words of their music is speaking to you.
And the sounds to the
beats.
beats.
Like there's this one that always gets me. The one that gets me a lot, and I'm still thinking about it, is Madonna.
Yes, oh God.
I keep hearing on TikTok, and it's something about, she says, I got a secret to if I live to tell the secret. What is she trying to say? What secret does she have? Maybe she's has a secret that something bad happened to her, but no one knows but her.
Is that
And
the
every time I hear that
Uncle?
song, it always
I remember that
gets to
lyric.
me. Like, what are you trying to say? I mean, I love your music, but what are you trying to say through this one song that
And
keeps
back in the day,
popping up all
like,
the time?
just like artists that are first kicking off, they're into what they believe, they're into what they feel, etc. They want other people to feel that. And then later on, like, I don't even recognize her anymore. So I can listen to her old stuff, but when new stuff comes on, I'm just like, girl, I don't even recognize you. You look like the Lion Queen.
Yeah,
Not trying to be judgmental, but it's like, what the crap
Yeah,
are you
you
doing
don't-
to yourself?
Yeah, you just don't connect with a lot of artists. Some you do, some you don't. Some of them you grew up with as a child. Some of us just don't get it. Weird. It's like everything has a vibration. You just gotta start paying attention to your music. Yep. I mean, I
Vibrations, tones, so binaural beats. Phil Collins. What was his band's name called?
Yeah, like Phil Collins is another one. Oh my God, his music.
He knew, like, how long ago? And we're just now picking up on this? Like, seriously, Phil, you couldn't have told us before, but no. Phil Collins was onto this. Binaural beats. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Do you remember how that made you feel as a kid? Like, not only haunted, but where you could go to sleep? What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy. And then recently...
I know
I'm
gonna laugh
sorry.
because I know Brittany's going to laugh at me. But there's this one song I've been listening to, and I laugh at it, but then now I listen to it. And I'm thinking, what are you trying to say? Blood on the Dance Floor by Michael Jackson. Blood on the Dance Floor. To me, I think Michael says that no matter what he does, he always puts his heart and his love into his music, and he puts it on the dance floor. That's how I perceive that song. He puts his love and heart. And what is color of our heart? Red.
Red, pink, and white.
What is? But that's what I'm saying. When I think of that song, I laugh about it because the way he goes.
Man, I'm trying to think of the song too. Because, like, I remember as a kid, I got in trouble because remember that Michael Jackson record where he's laying on the side and he's wearing that white suit and shit before he did any plastic surgery? My sister had that record and I stole it. And she said, she didn't steal my record. And she listened to it on repeat. And I'm like, how about some Dr. Demento or something? Like, I really love Michael Jackson, but can we have a break? But yeah, I got a whooping for that. And, like, he was so good at music, as well was Janet Jackson. Justin Timberlake ruined that for her because he exposed her nipple for her fault, not his, even though he did it. The way the world works really pisses me off. Anyways, Michael Jackson, everybody's like, oh, he's a pedophile, this, that. No. His childhood was stolen. He just wanted to hang out with people. That was that age. Like, he wanted to relive that, to experience it.
Yeah, he just wants love.
Yeah, even Macaulay Culkin said he never touched me, he never did anything. It was just about being a kid and having fun.
When I think of Beat It, when I think of the song Beat It, I try to perceive what he's thinking. And it's, of course, it's upbeat as always. And he's like, okay, I'm going through all this shit. All his enemies, and I'm like, beat it, get lost. Kind of thing. It's like, I'm gonna beat whatever's coming my way. I'm gonna beat the shit out of it, and that's how I perceive it.
Right.
The what?
Whether it's wrong or right.
That's right.
Yeah, he's gonna beat it. He's gonna make it. That's how I perceive it, but that's just me. I don't know how y'all would perceive that song "Beat It."
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be whatever he's coming at, whatever, if it's wrong or right, he's gonna beat it.
Well, and it can come from
I don't know.
any crevasse or whatever. Like, people that are listening to this music, they receive messages. Could accumulate to things that are happening in their life. They're just going to beat it. They're not going to lay down and take it. They're going to and beat it, right? So that's a good message, I think.
Exactly.
I beat it a lot.
It goes back to what Sir Robin said. It's just so many songs. Oh my God, there's this one too that somebody got me into. I wonder what the hell it is.
What about the man in the mirror?
Let's say who it is. There's this one singer. I swear I've heard him before. I wasn't really into him, but now I kind of get to what he's thinking. And there's this one song that's called "Sweet Dreams." That
are you talking about Marilyn Manson?
And everything. Yes. And when I listen to that song, he's been hurt. Mm-hmm. And people have used him.
He was bullied as a kid. He went through so much trauma.
Like, what?
And look at him. He's coming up on top. I don't know if you heard the backstory. It was freaking freaky. So, him and his friends stole the Satanic Bible. They took it to where this house was burnt down, and they went down the stairs into the attic of this old burnt down house, and they tried to use it. Holy shit cards. That's where a lot of the stuff that happened to him happened. Yes, I'm saying he was bullied a lot, kind of like my son. I feel so bad for him. He's so amazing, everything, but kids are assholes. But yeah, he took that freaking demonic Bible, that satanic Bible, took it to the freaking basement of this place, and they did something, and he was never the same after that. Like, he got scared the fuck up the stairs, like, out of that place. And then after that, when you experience certain things, like, it does change your mind and your thought process and stuff, but it really, really changed his. But he's very intelligent. Like, I've heard him in interviews and stuff like that. He's very intelligent.
I didn't get him, but now, when I heard that song, I was like,
I love it. You know, it's one of my favorites.
A little bit of his life, because I didn't know his life. But when you're looking at about his life, about satanic or whatever, you know, I'm not judging him because he's an artist. But behind the artist, there's pain.
Yes.
And it goes back to Michael Jackson. It's all of us have freaking pain. When Houston had pain, Prince had pain, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But I mean, all these beautiful artists.
When Doves Cry with Prince? Yeah.
Robin Williams had pain.
We all have different pain, and it's how we deal with it. It's how we freaking deal with it. And some of them might be messages to people like us that we like their music. But if you listen to the music and you like the artist, don't just like the artist. Listen to the music. Because I guarantee you'll get a message out of it. Like Marilyn Manson, that song about the sweet dreams. I
love that. Okay, so that song came out before he even came along, but he remade it to the point where I'm just like, this is my favorite version. Like, I love that version that he did, because it, like, reaches into your soul, like, those dark places, sweet dreams.
Yeah, it does. It does. And of course, I didn't know his life.
His voice is very angelic to me.
Yeah, but like every
you're right, Brittany.
Got a story, you know. Yeah,
because that song came out before Marilyn Manson even did it, and the way he did it just touched us in some certain ways, and maybe he went through that pain and sorrow that we went through, so therefore he made it like this. Try not to cry again. Yeah, that's badass. And I've heard, like, different things, like, he was abusive, he was sexually abusive, he did this and this and that and that. I don't know.
But I like his music. I'm starting to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's empowering.
And thank you, George, for
Really?
getting me into his music.
There's a lot more.
I know, man, but you got me into his music, so it's
Well,
like I'm
Brittany,
relating
there's a
to
lot
him.
more. What is the
I'm
lot
listening to
more?
what.
Can you please tell us? Because I want to learn.
Well, there's this other song that I like. It's called "Beautiful People." That's another one
Yes, the
that
beautiful
hit home to
people,
me
the
too.
beautiful people. Banana.
That one was like, whoa, like a like an awakening kind of feeling I got from him. Look at it, she's all jumping. She's all.
Stop the beautiful stuff is great.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
do what you're talking to. I love it. Like, you have to get that rage out. Okay, so I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle, here's my spout. Okay, so you got to boil. Marilyn Manson is the thing. You have to boil and get rid of that stuff, I think. In reality.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot, and there's a lot of other artists too that like I can tell you right now, like George Michael was another one. I loved his voice. He had a beautiful voice, and
An angel's voice.
yeah. And I'm gonna tell you what's the story behind him. Yeah.
He was gay forever.
Remember that Careless Whisper?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his song was
When I was a kid, I was so in love with him, and then my sister said, okay, honey, boo child, he's gay. And I'm like, I don't care, I still fucking love him. And then when I saw the documentary where he got AIDS and he fucking died as harshly as he did, it's just like, from Queen, like, what the fuck? Like, it hurt my heart so bad. And then eventually, they finally got medications. My brother has AIDS. My brother is taking this medication, and it really helps. But he's still doing bad things to himself that are causing him to detriment. Like, how is that fair? You have this medication that is saving you, but still you're going to do this to yourself? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I can understand, but I'm gonna tell you one thing, little story for the people. I know I'm not supposed to say it, but I'm just gonna say it just with him. Okay.
Please do.
If you people think George Michael is dead,
Really?
the answer is no. He's very much alive. Yeah, he's alive.
He was my hero
Along
from
with
Make Me
song that
Up
I just
Before
mentioned,
You Go Go.
the King of Pop
When I was a
is
kid.
not dead either. The King of Pop is not dead either. So just to let you FYI.
That's what I was asking earlier. She's like, Chris, is the King of Pop dead? No. Is the King of Rock dead?
Nope. He's alive. And as a matter of fact, he was in Italy. They exposed him. But of course, does Facebook say anything? No.
What do you think, Brittany?
So, like I said, download TikTok.
It's
What do you
all
think,
crazy. But
You know what her thing was?
Hold on, Chris. Brittany's trying to talk. Come on, man. Give us a break.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, sorry.
That's why they want to ban TikTok, is because it's very informative.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought you were.
No, it's okay because like the sound is kind of off.
But like,
holy shnikes! I see the cool room talking too. Holy shnikes! I didn't even know I was over there. Sorry, cows. I'm gonna leave it home. Holy shnikes! I didn't even. Weird. They're talking. Anyways. I'm trying to get out of there. I just did. I tried to X. It didn't let me, so I just made it little. So I'll come back later. But anyways, like, no, this shit is very interesting, very informative. Like, did you see that thing about Elvis? And they're like, oh yeah, there's this guy in Nashville, Tennessee. He's really old. He's got this white fucking beard. He kind of looks like Santa Claus, but he actually looks like Elvis Presley. His palace is going wild. No.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just you'd be surprised what you learn, and that's why, like, Brittany will tell you. I will tell you. Get TikTok. Seriously. I don't know.
I saw that guy too. I saw that guy.
Get TikTok.
I was just like, is that really Elvis?
So what do you think?
And like, I just couldn't get past the thing of he was trying to pass a turd on the toilet, but he hadn't passed turds in so long, he fucking died from that. No. The way he died, okay, so when people die, you get this thing along the side of your face. That's where the blood settles. And then somebody moves you? Why? That happened with Marilyn Monroe, too. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to yell, but I'm very into this, but same freaking thing. And I feel like I'm so sad for Lisa Marie Presley because she's the only one that was allowed into his room, even above the security, everything. She was the one allowed, and she came in and found her dad. Fucking seriously?
Yeah, but like I said, just know that just get the, really seriously get TikTok. There's a lot of others that we can expose stuff, and there's a lot of us, like the people that are on the show. Some of them are in the chat. I don't know if anybody else is going to tell you, but you can call me all crazy you want.
Well, yeah, and did you see that thing that I did about who killed Elvis? My buddy, like,
getting banned because they're exposing everything.
Yeah.
So for people that don't got TikTok,
even about celebrities.
Get it.
JFK.
Because I'm telling you, everything's being exposed, and as a matter of fact,
they keep going back and forth. Oh, it was a 2-seat. It was a 3-seat. It was a 2-seat. It was a 3-seat.
Freaking crazy.
I know. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's me. Go ahead, Miss Brittany. I'm sorry. I'm just saying I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But you were about to say something, and we were over talking you. And I'm sorry we did that.
Yeah.
But please say what you were going to say.
No, but I think
Chris!
with everything,
Brittany's trying to talk, Chris.
Really seriously.
Wait a minute. Try to let Brittany talk real quick. Yeah, I was like, sorry, Brittany, we cut you off. It's your time to talk. Now she's trying to talk. Anyways, no. It's Brittany's time, real quick.
Go ahead, man.
Showing celebrities that sold their soul for fame.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Chris, now that she's saying this, don't you see? Even artists are talking about this today. I sold my soul. I'm going to live forever. There's so many different things happening that are mind-blowing. And at first they're like, no, that ain't happening. Now they're like, yeah, this shit is really happening. This shit is really happening. Like, it's super weird. And they're not denying it anymore. They're admitting, I sold my soul. I'm going to live forever. This shit is awesome. What? I don't know. That to me is weird. Because the denial thing, you can get behind, but we're really doing it. Like,
but I think,
well, that's weird. You're actually admitting it. I'm kind of freaked out right now.
But I think a lot of stuff, it's insane. And I'm glad we talked about a lot of this stuff because a lot of things that people just don't see, they need to see it. Seriously, do. And thanks, Britt, for exposing that too. But just know, Britt, now that you said that, you are being watched and for exposing stuff.
I've been saying this shit for years. So bring it on, bitches. I ain't scared.
You're a messenger.
I am. I'm a messenger. I'm a soldier. I'm a devourer. You want to fuck with me? I will devour you. I'm a messenger. I will tell you. And you're on so many different levels. And I ain't scared. And I do have dreams about this. Like you're saying, we have these crazy-ass dreams. Just recently, I was in Greece. why the fuck am I in Greece? And then my husband's like, what did it look like? Cobblestone roads, like white buildings. Cobblestone buildings, like, kind of interesting. He's like, ugh. He didn't say shit. So why are you asking me? I don't know.
I think it's just, I think a lot of people need to be aware of stuff, and I think a lot of people need to be aware of things and just exposed for what it is. And I think they learn something. They actually will learn a lot. I mean,
I
I'm glad
think
that
we
they're
learn a
definitely
lot from each
exposing that
other.
because people need to know.
Yeah.
They need to know. They really do.
But people are in
They
denial
don't
like that
really
girl
follow
earlier.
what
She's
they're doing.
like, what do I know? What do I do? What do I do? What do I know? Listen to your motherfucking gut. Your gut is going to tell you, hey, go left instead of right. Do this instead of that. Listen to it. And the more you listen to it, the more it's going to guide you. But when you're gifted, it's hard to believe what you're saying. I'm like, oh, well, I just want the best for myself. So I'm misguiding myself. How do you know what's good and not?
Yeah. Sometimes you don't know. You got to take that risk and follow your gut.
Yep.
Sometimes you
That's
just got to follow
true.
it. And 9 out of 10, it's not going to guide you the wrong path. You just got to just accept it. And like me, I'm not going to say too much about how my thoughts have been because I know people could be
I
watching
know.
me and
With the way
listening
the
to
world
me.
is today,
But I'm going
everything
to tell
is
you
fucking chaotic. So I'm not going to
that,
pronounce my thoughts because you're going to put me in the loony bin and say I'm crazy.
yeah,
Go fuck yourself.
yeah. And I can tell you right now, I think, like, I want to say maybe about a week ago, my mind was in a very dark place.
Mm-hmm.
But I am loved,
You are.
and people are guiding me into getting out of this slump because
Mm-hmm.
it's hard. Life is hard. But Brittany knows firsthand how I've been. I'll never be the same. Uh, and I'm still learning a lot and growing a lot too. And she's like, you've grown a lot since I've known you. Like, she's grown a lot. And I deal with pain just about almost every damn day. There's always something going on with me.
Oh, yeah.
But it's taught me
I've had
to just
arthritis since I was 18, so far as I know.
So,
The world's crazy.
and how much have I changed, Brett, since you've known me?
Really not a lot. The only change I've really seen, like, I've seen you go through relationships, etc. You're just like, riding the waves. There's Chris. But when your mom passed, same as when my dad passed. Like, when my mom passed, I was 5, so I didn't really get it. So I was just like, I'm doing different shit. When my dad passed, I'm just like, holy shit, that was my best friend. I used to call him and talk to him every fucking day. To the point where, after he died, kept calling him every single fucking day. What the fuck do you do with that? You gotta realize, he's not there. I gotta quit calling him. But like I said, like, different things come to you. Like, my mom came as a bird. My dad came as a monarch butterfly. Like, different things like that happen. You just have to kind of zen yourself. I think is the main point. You gotta zen yourself, get into a certain area. And then you can see, like, the butterfly. So the monarch butterfly was my dad. Fucking magpie and the robin was my mom. I wish I could have fucking punched it because I'm still mad at her. But anyways, different things come to you in different statuses, and it's pretty intriguing how it does happen. You have no control over it. Is it my guide? Is it my spirit animal? What the fuck is it? I don't know.
Yep, I got that right. Sorry. I was letting you talking. I put it on mute so I can eat my seeds.
You're
I
what?
was being a bird. Yeah. But yeah, just accept it, people. Embrace your
Well,
life.
that's...
Don't take life for granted.
Nope. Every second counts. Live your life as if it's your last. You never know what's going to happen, what's going to come back. Seriously. It's so difficult to try to, I'm going to map this out. No, you can't. Things happen the way they're supposed to. You cannot predict this. Sometimes you can see like, there's a little flag over here. There's a little flag over here. That's how we do this psychic sort of thing, right? We can't immediately read, like, this is exactly what's going to happen, but if you're on this path, you continue on this path, this is what's going to happen. And it does. I even did that to myself.
Yeah. I think you just learn from life itself. And that's how you deal with it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're going through a lot of pain, Tess.
Yeah, I'm alright right now, seriously. But I've been having some really trippy ass dreams for sure.
Yep.
No, I've gone through a lot of turmoil and pain, but I get to the point where I'm like, fuck off, you, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna let you mess up my freaking protocol or my path or whatever I'm doing. But no, like I said, monarch butterflies, robins, magpies, different birds and butterflies. Like, that to me is very intriguing. You go through ups and downs. Am I in the gutter? Am I in the clouds? Where the frack am I right now? And you put a lot of that on other people because you're like, well, I love this person, so this person isn't going to disappoint me. Guess what? That person's probably going to disappoint you more than you know.
Yep.
But no, I'm not unhappy. I'm at a point where I know what's what, and I know what I need to do, and I'm just like, let's go. What do you got to bring to the table? What are we going to do? It did hurt my heart for the longest time, and I really hated that. And I still have nightmares about it, but I know where I need to go. It just depends on what are they going to do in this chess game.
Yep.
So what about you guys? Talking about French fries and chicken dips? Like, what's happening? Quit talking about me. This is your show.
We talk about a lot of things. Crazy stuff.
I don't hear because I like crazy stuff.
I think we talk about a lot.
Well, you can't talk about all, but what can you talk about?
So, but I think it's just learning accepting things. And I feel like, I personally feel that for some reason, I believe it in my heart that I found my twin. I really do.
Twin flame?
But it took me how many years? Yeah, my twin.
I'm not really good at math, so I'm trying, but... Brittany?
That's all you can do.
Huh?
Oh.
Do you know how many years it took him to discover that he found love? No, I don't know. I'm sorry. I got kids. I can't keep up with that
I
stuff,
don't
but
know.
all I know is he found it, and all I know is I'm happy. We gotta
Yep.
do like a GoFundMe so we can like get you guys together. Maybe not. I don't know.
Hi, twin.
That's just an idea.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Hi, twin. Did you say that blessing? Yeah,
Need.
but that's how I look at it. So,
Well,
but I just
seriously, and
think
now the
that
dogs are barking. I hope you guys don't hear that because it's chaotic. But
I don't even hear the dogs.
I'm so glad. It's
Okay.
like I look at my mic levels and I'm like, they don't even hear it. But remember that one time you did? So now I'm paranoid because you're like, oh man, I hear the dogs barking. I'm like, because nobody's heard it before. What did I do for you to hear that?
I think with me, the reason why I heard them is because I had my windows open, but since it's been hot, I have my window closed. I don't hear nothing. Because we had the AC on, and
Me too.
during that time, I guess it must have been like during the summer. But I haven't heard anything right now. It's been kind of quiet, but you know,
Is the sun coming up over there?
it's just different. Yeah. Oh, and I got something else to tell you too. I got an Alexa too, by the way, recently.
Oh no. So, one of my most favorite peoples, he reads me stories every night. He helps to put me to sleep with fucking horrific horror stories. But the way his voice is and how calm it is, puts me to fucking sleep. And then recently he was talking about that. I'm like, well, yeah, that stuff is really happening. Oh my god. Oh no. And it's weird. I hear something creeping up on my door right now, and nothing's coming through. If somebody's coming through this door right now, they would come through, and they're not. What is out there?
Yep.
Who are you?
I think everything's different.
That's what I want to know. Who the fuck is out there?
Sorry. Huh?
Right outside my door. Like, do you hear your door and things like creaking and turning the knob and stuff? There's something out there right now.
Yeah.
But it's not coming in. It's kind of
I ain't
weird.
gonna go outside though. I could go outside, but you wouldn't be able to see anything. It's dark.
Yeah, it could
I remember
happen.
one time
You don't have any lights out there by the pool or nothing? You don't have no lights in the pool? You know, we got different levels here. I'm just teasing. Is the sound okay? I'm just wondering. I keep Okay, so I'll tell you, my husband throws water bottles. So his side of the bed is here, he throws water bottles. Keep hearing a crunch, crunch, like not small and petite, like huge. So it's kind of freaking me out. What the crap is out there? He's not here, he's in Denver. All I have is my 9-year-old and my 11-year-old, and they're both very small. What the fuck is that? It ain't the kittens. It ain't the fucking dog. It is something huge. It's kind of tripping me out.
Yep. But I just think everything's just crazy. But I remember when you said I heard the dog, I don't even know why. I just think that they were trying to talk. That's what I think. Yeah, so. But I think that every animal, they do talk, but you just gotta what your heart says and just be strong. And I think when I heard that dog, I don't remember that one. And then I remember one time I was on the show and I heard this loud bang, and I was like, what the hell was that freaking noise? I know we heard that song, but we never found out what that song was, Tessa. I don't know what the hell that song was the last time.
Recently, okay, so we've been talking about the dream realm and other shit happening to us. Recently, in my dream realm, I keep getting a man talking to me, so I have to have an earbud in my head. I listen to it because I have tinnitus, and it's like all the time. So I have to have an earbud to listen to something else besides the because otherwise I would not be here anymore because I would have offed myself. Seriously, I cannot handle it. I've been doing that, and recently, the last 2 weeks, there's a man that keeps talking in my ear very loudly and telling me different threats and different things. And I wake up and I look around and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's not there. And I don't know what to think about it. It's like, did that person say something? So I keep listening. I'm like, no. I go back, rewind. No. This person says specific shit. I don't know. Is it the devil again? Trying to get me? Is it something else? I don't know. It's kind of tripping me out.
Yeah. But I just feel like there's a lot of stuff that you might think like you're losing it, but I just feel that if they're trying to so but I just feel like I don't know. I just think everything is just so different.
You think what?
Yeah, so I just think it's just you gotta really connect.
I don't know, it's complicated, it's weird, it's like nothing I expected. And I've never woke up before, like, I've been doing this for years, so 3 years ago, I got tinnitus, listening to different things. Then my husband's like, hey, how about you try headphones? I can't wear those because they're very uncomfortable. So I did earbuds. So instead of having one here, when I'm laying on this side, I'll have one here. So you can kind of separate and stuff. And I don't know, it went good forever. And like I'm saying, like 3 years later, all of a sudden, there's this man talking to me, saying the same things that the dark entity said to me, like, I will have you, and different shit like that. And I wake up and I look around and like, and I don't see anybody. So I'm wondering what the hell is happening for the last 3 or 4 years. I've been doing this with the earbuds, listening. All of a sudden, this male keeps putting this message into my head. Like, it's really tripping me out.
Yeah. But I just
What
think,
about you?
I
Have
just
you
think
had
you should
anything like that,
take your
Chris?
time to do it. Huh?
Have you had anything like that? Like something speaking to you when it shouldn't, something speaking to you that should not? It's not your mind, it's not anything else, it's something else. What the heck is
Oh, yeah.
that?
I mean, there's times where I've heard my name, and there's nothing
Yeah.
there. I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard my name. I think I heard my name like a day, maybe about 3 days ago. And I thought, why is somebody calling my name? My mom would be the only one to do that, but it sounds like a male.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it was, but I did hear a male call me, and I'm thinking, like, who is calling me? I could hear it as clear as day. They said my name, not my whole name, but they said Chris, and I'm like what? Who the fuck is calling my name? Go check, and there's nobody there. And I think when you when you hear this kind of shit, sometimes you think you're losing your insanity because you think you're freaking losing your mind.
I'm going
And that's where
crazy
that
like my
doubt
husband
comes
said
in,
I
and you're just
was.
like,
Stop that.
you think, yeah, you just start wondering, is there something wrong with me? Is it all in my head? Am I losing my mind? Am
Well,
I
I'm a bit
schizophrenic?
different. Like I see
You start
things people don't
questioning
see.
shit.
I feel things that people don't feel. There's so many different things happening that people don't recognize. They're just like, I don't see or feel or hear anything. When we see and feel and hear it all, like, how are you supposed to be like, well, this is what's happening? Oh, well, you got shit crazy. Excuse me, the baking powder? No. We've been linked in since we were kids. That's why we were always outcasts. We were always the weirdos. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. No, I'm proud. I used to hate it when I was a kid. Like, don't talk to that girl. She's a weirdo. But today I'm just like, bring it on. I ain't scared.
Yeah, I just think everything is just insane. I mean, I really don't get it sometimes. Life is just so strange. You kind of question things. And you say, why? Why did this happen? Why did I go through all this childhood? And why did this shit have to happen to me? Did I allow it?
Exactly. Why?
Did I really want that? No. Then why did it happen? Was it written in my life that this stupid shit was supposed to happen? You kind of question. It goes back to questioning your your life. Of I don't deserve to be treated this way. But
Like I was
did you
saying,
allow
like,
it, or could
since
you do something
freaking
about
first
it? Or
grade and
were you
shit, I've
afraid because you
been
were a child?
fucking muted. Like, you're fucking weird. Get the fuck out of
I
here.
mean, I
Could
don't
you
know.
imagine being that young and
I
dealing
feel
with
for
that
everyone that's
shit?
gone through weird stuff. I
Yeah.
don't judge them because
I
some
don't
people are
know.
just not blessed in that way.
Right? Yeah,
Some
being booted
people
out that early, it's
live
like,
over.
what? No, this is what I experienced. I'm too young to make shit up. They're like, oh, don't talk to her. She's a fucking weirdo. Come find out, I'm speaking the truth. I don't know. People are going to realize, and they're going to be freaked out. They're going to be like, what the fuck is this? This is what I told you it would be. And these dogs are being, but anywho, it's like, I don't know, to me it's redonkulous. Like, to me, I stayed in the paranormal closet from the age of 6 to the age of 21. I was afraid because people judged me. People made me feel bad. I feel bad already because I'm awkward. I have social anxiety. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, some people just, yeah. Some people just, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, what are we
Maybe
supposed to
people go
do?
through that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a good question. What are people, but we'll see.
Well, what are we supposed to do? So, back in the day, we used to just like put ourselves in the closet, just close it down. Nobody's allowed to be here. And we just like break out like, we couldn't do it anymore. The only reason I did that in 2012 was because my daughter, one of her best friends, went missing during Thanksgiving. Okay, so he moved away to Colorado Springs, then he came back here, and then was supposed to go to his friend's house and disappeared. What exactly is happening there? We knew automatically it was his dad. How do you prove it?
What?
We can't prove it. We have psychical intuition. We have these different triggers going, hey, oh, pokey, like, yes, I know. Please quit fucking poking me because it hurts. Like, seriously, this is what happened to him. It was so scary.
Yeah, I guess people just don't. Yeah, but I think some people just don't understand it. And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay that people don't get it.
Right.
Some people, not everyone's gonna get it, so.
And we all have different beliefs.
What can you do?
All you can do is what you do. Just keep swimming.
Yep. Sure I can. That's all you can do. Just move forward and live life to the fullest. And
I know, Brittany's staring the whole tree and she's not swimming. Maybe she's a serious swimmer. You know, I'm so grateful that you guys are together and oh my goodness. Who could have predicted this? Not me. I'm so happy for you guys. And then I've heard like maybe there could be a little cucumber growing. Not sure. It's in the dream realm. Dream realm. Dreams in your hedgerow. Little cucumber. First looks like a little chicken fetus, but then grows into a cucumber and yeah, sorry.
I was like, what?
What?
I was like, okay.
Shane, what are you talking about? My sperms aren't that strong.
Yeah, you just gotta go along with it and just live your life to the fullest. Enjoy it. I mean, I know there's times where I get like down and shit, but
fucking for real, dude.
My life and just make the best. Because I know that everybody else would want that for me.
Yes.
They wouldn't want me to be all miserable and sad. I gotta continue my life. Yep.
You gotta enjoy and roll through all the shit you've gone through. Seriously. That's the most awesome part of it.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm trying to find this other thing where my other intake is, and it's just like fucking with me, but you guys are awesome. I'm so fucking happy for you. I've been watching it and respecting that. I'm just like, ching, 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 ching. Super happy for you guys. But yeah, like, my internet is going super weird. Anyways, you guys are freaking amazeballs. I'm so glad you found each other. The only reason I'm sad is, like you said, we're so far apart. How are we supposed to fix this? Well, are you going to move up north, or is she going to move down south? What the crap are you going to do? What's happening?
Only time will tell.
So, Brittany, what's keeping you up there?
I don't know.
Really? Okay, so if it were me, when I had to move to Texas, I would be really scared because Texas is one of the scariest places I could go. So I totally get what you're saying there. Was there something keeping you there and not being there with Chris? And the swimming pool and all this other fun shit? Like, what is keeping you back, sister?
I guess nothing's keeping me back.
And Chris has been so sad, so I'm just like,
The way of life.
I'm trying to be the middleman. Be like, all right, let's go. Come on, sister. No, Chris. I don't know. For some reason, I don't want you to go up north. I'm down south. I'm in the Four Corners area, so I'm kind of catacornered to you. Going up north, I don't know. I feel like something bad's gonna happen up there. So I feel like she should come down from there. You're not up there. If you did go up there, you should bring her back down here. But I think you have a home, a very pleasant, wonderful home, and she should get a story down there. That's just what I'm looking at. But I could be talking shit right now. I don't know. This is just coming off the cusp.
Mm-hmm. I think some of us, when we move, some of us say, "Why did I get here?"
How did I get here?
That's the thing. I could say, yeah, why did I move down here? But I think it was fate, the way I look at it, because what could have happened if we met 5 years ago? Would it be like the way it is now? Who knows? How do we know we would have been together? We don't know that. I think everything played its part. Everything happened for a reason. I had to go through my stuff to get to where I am right now.
What you want? What you want?
I think
What you want?
I just a thought about it. Like, what if we would have met? What if we would have met earlier? Would that have been the same outcome? Or
I don't think so.
We don't know.
Same shit, different day.
I don't know. That's something.
She's afraid of change. I think she's afraid of leaving where she's at because she's like, I'm here, I'm stagnant, I'm comfortable. And you're down there and you got this home, and she's just like, I don't know. To me, that would be scary too because here I am. So you're down here, I'm up here. So we're quite a ways away, like 500, 600 miles away. She's there like thousands of miles away. With the way that global warming is going, it's fucking scary. But guess what? You can go to a place, you can move. You guys can move to my place here in Colorado, but seriously, don't let that stop you. Don't let, oh, I'm going to go down to Texas, and that's going to be bad. Come to my place if you guys don't like it. Seriously. You're my family. We have trailers. We have hitches, like hitch trailers, etc. Like, we could totally accept you. Give you a place to live. We'll have water, sewage, chickens, dogs, freaking everything, basically. It's so scary these days because it's like, what am I going to do? What do you know what to do? It's very open these days, really.
Yeah. I mean, you really don't know where you're going to end up until you get that feeling. You know, I personally don't know where I'm going to end up. I really don't know. I can move up there, or I can move in another state. But the
Well,
way
guess
it
what?
is,
I'm still here. I got a trailer right
everybody
next to my
changes no
house.
matter. Now
And my
we
daughter was supposed to live there, but she's like, afraid of mouse shit. Guess what? In your bedroom, clean tons of mouse shit out. I found this little bitty hole in the corner. That's where the pieces came from. So I have a plan to maybe have to kill those. But anyways, like as far as the ritual, whatever, we have one of those, which we can do the same thing to. As far as Texas and California and other places go, it's so freaking crazy as far as like height and depth. It's so hot, so dry. To me, it's scary. Like, I'm so grateful that I'm not there because I have friends there and I'm scared for them. I'm so scared for them.
Yep. But I think everything, no matter where you live, there's always something that you gotta just take a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I think life is like a gamble. You
Right.
might be happy. Sometimes you're gonna make that change, and sometimes that change you're not ready for it. But if you want to be happy, sometimes you gotta make that sacrifice and make that change. Otherwise, if you want to stay single and don't want to change your life, that's on you. Nobody else but you. I mean, that's how I look at things. I mean, if I didn't have no one to be with, what would I be? I don't know where I would be. And just the thought of me just thinking about what if I wasn't with anyone? Would I have done something stupid? I can't answer that. I probably would be a freaking mess, more of a mess, but I only know is that God knows where I'm gonna end up being, or where I'm gonna move to, or where she's gonna move to. It just takes time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because if it
And
was so
everybody's like,
simple,
well, what's that
I
going
just
to
get
take?
out there and say, okay, I'm gonna go move.
Could be an inch per second, could be a centimeter per second. It's really hard to determine how long that's going to take for you. Time's moving. Sorry.
I think time is very, very hard because sometimes time is against you. You think you have the whole freaking time in the world, in reality, you don't have a lot of time. So when you can be around someone that you love, you better jump on it.
We feel
Sometimes
home.
it doesn't bring your
Let's
life.
do it.
That's why
Riding.
if I had a
It's
chance,
on me. Just kidding.
if I didn't,
Come on,
if I
Brittany.
didn't, if I didn't have this, but if I didn't have this all this stuff going on with me,
That was the hardest part. So it feels like these certain things that are like, I'm going to tap into your loss. I'm going to tap into this shit happening to you. Don't let it. Just keep swimming. Just keep going. And like my son the other day, he's like, Mom, I just felt something tap me on the top of the head. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Like, why? None of us knew why, but he's like, something just tapped me on the top of the head. Weren't nothing, but it was. What was that? No, but just keep doing your thing. Put your energy out there. Put your message out there. Get it the fuck out there, no matter what. It's important because if you don't, nothing's gonna happen. You have to do it.
In life, it's not easy, but you can do what you can and try to live it. That's all I try to do is live life, but You're not promised tomorrow. So just live your life the best that you can.
Right?
You never know. And that kind
Well,
of
we
scared
have
me.
T
That's why
minus
I'm
5
hoping
minutes
that
and
nothing
counting, and I'm
happens.
wondering, was there someone... Okay, I have to ask, because I've been hearing this for the last second 30 minutes. So I'm curious. Is there somebody on a breathing apparatus right now? Because I keep hearing...
I know what?
I keep hearing somebody on a breathing apparatus, like
No.
there's air coming in, and then finally coming out. I'm like, fuck is that? That is not normal. Was that something trying to pick on me? Like, what the fuck is that? Because I keep hearing it. Not cool. Could be cool if I knew there's like Uncle Jack or Uncle whoever, like I could be like, hey, you know, breathe deep, let that shit go. But it's like, that's the sound I keep hearing. What the fuck is that? I don't like it. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a butthole, but what the crack is that?
So we can see like what happens, and thank you, Tessa, for having me on.
Yeah, you don't hear it? That's cool.
Everybody. No, I don't hear anything. Yeah. But yeah, it's just take time. And for I know we still have a few minutes left. So if people want to reach me, just reach me on Facebook. Try to reach me on TikTok if you have one, Psychic28.
Hell yeah!
Or you can reach me at 210-974-3470.
Right.
You can reach me like that. And
So, for all of you out there that have listened to us tonight, we got Psychic Chris Garcia. He's folding out. He's got a lot of information. It's hard to see. It's hard to feel. Like, we've talked to several different people tonight. How do I know this is real? How do I know which way to go? Listen to your MF and gut. Seriously. Sister, brother, whoever you are, listen to your gut. Very important. Very, very important. But anyways, nighty-night, love and night to all of my friends out there who may be listening beyond the universe tonight. I had a wonderful time, and I can't wait to do it again tomorrow night. Oh my lord, look at this book. I've been having it in the background, but this is one of my favorites. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Wow. If I could eat it, it would be like an hors d'oeuvre, or like, you know, some sort of oyster with lemon and Tabasco and salt. It's freaking amazing. But yeah, you guys, tune in tomorrow night for WeAreParadoxMedia Storytime. Tonight, with Chris Garcia. No, how do you feel? Chris Garcia, can you tell our peeps where to go, how to contact you, what to do?
Yep. Good night, everybody.
Where can they contact you?
Reach me at 210-974-3470 or on Facebook. Or you can reach me on TikTok, Psychic28. Follow me. Be surprised. See you guys later. Bye.
Surprise! No, that's pretty cool. Thanks so much again, Chris, for being on and being my brother. We've done this for almost 10 years now. You know, we're getting up there. Anyways, I don't know, it's been interesting and intriguing in life. Just throw so many things out there, but